Jenny recalls it was October last time when it was back here. So we'll have 6 or 7 months worth of footage to go over.
Oh. Something ate a hawk. Look at them, all the feathers.
Something had a bird mill here, it looks like.
Here's some of the bones.
More feathers.
Some bones, more feathers. This is where we filmed the mountain lion in the dark. It's probably a mountain lion. And a bobcat.
Yeah, we've also filmed bobcats here and bears.
More feathers.
Oh.
More feathers all down in there. Could be a turkey.
Yep, some type of a bird got dismembered and eaten right here. Oh, did you hear that rock clack? Huh.
Rabbit fur. Tufts of it all right here.
Well, that's a rabbit mill and a bird mill.
All right here.
So maybe it's 2 somethings or 1 something, but a couple of mills have been eaten here. Why don't you take a look? The oak brush is budding, and the willows are also budding this time of year. And I know elk and moose, especially moose, like to eat the willow shoots, the new buds. And with as many Bigfoot sightings that I see in the spring down in the willows by the rivers and stuff, I think this is a good time of year to be following the creeks and stuff. We've got a creek that and a couple of springs up in this canyon that we're hiking back in right now. Yeah, moose love that type of stuff right there. Wonder if the Bigfoot like that stuff too. I like filming this section we're in now because several years ago we captured something, you know, down about level with us, and then it went up the mountain and hid from us. We don't know what it was, but we did capture that video, and Derek did a breakdown of it. Just not enough, but it was on a day that we found some Bigfoot style footprints, so it was a cool catch. Doesn't mean it was actually what left those footprints that we found pretty close by. Alright, we're getting to a spot that we have found a ground nest, and we've also captured some eyeshine on video at night that we can't explain hiking back here at night. This is one of my favorite sections to keep a camera rolling. We found the footprints in the snow up on top of this icy ledge is where we heard the voices that day up there. That's what the other side looks like. I like looking around at some of these choke points in the hopes that these choke points concentrate footprints of anything that passes through. There's a new little stack. We have found footprints in this section before, so Jenny's up ahead scouring for any type of prints, whether they be Bigfoot, mountain lion, bear. But yeah, I just walked through where we found a pretty good trackway a few years ago. That trackway of footprints actually come out of where Jenny and I just went, and they went back up that way. We tracked them to the top of this hill, and then they disappeared a little ways past the top of the hill. So perhaps heading back into this little slot canyon here. Still looks wet from runoff on some of those rocks back there. Yeah, I just kind of want to know why that Bigfoot was headed that direction. We actually cast one of those footprints in that trackway too. I'll put the description, I'll put the link to that video where I casted those in the description of this video. Yeah, it's not just some fish story, I have video of it. Yeah, I want to hike up in there this year. Today we're servicing some cameras, but the next time we come back we can go look in these slot canyons. This section right here is pretty awesome. We come up here on our epic Bigfoot expedition, and there were some rock stacks which have since been destroyed. They're gone now, but there was a rock stack, and I think it was Jenny and Brody decided just for fun, about 10 feet away on those rocks over there, they built their own rock stack just to see what would happen. Well, most of the day it just kept sounding like something was skirting us up in the thick up there all day and stuff. Well, when we came back, there was footprints walking right up this creek, snapping these trees off right here, and it come right up to our rock stack and everything. So anyway, we left a handful of almonds there. I think I have a highlighted that video, shorter version. You guys don't have to watch the entire expedition video. I can throw the like 7-minute chunk of us. We cast one of the footprints. Really nice set of trackway of footprints. But yeah, it came down, walked up here, and after it got to this point right next to the stack, then it went off that way and up into the mountain again. Brody tracked it up the mountain again. So crazy day. You guys can tell our we've tried it before, but our tactic lately hasn't to be come back here sneaking around, belly crawling, and trying to be quiet. The day that we had all that Bigfoot activity on our epic Bigfoot expedition here in the vocalizations. Could hear something stalking us. Smelled it at one point in time. Finding the tracks and all that. There was 5 of us. And we weren't being quiet by no means. So they may, if they think you're hunting, it may put them on point. I just say act like a regular everyday hiker, and maybe the curiosity will bring you in, and you watch for the signs and watch for the squatches. So we didn't have to hike that far to get to a water. This water's here year round. And we have found some really nice footprints at the base of this waterfall before, so I'm gonna go check it. We've already started making it to ice. See if we can find any fresh tracks of anything that's walked on this slushy ice. I see some tracks. Just don't know what they are yet. That looks like an elk's footprint right there.
Big like that.
Yeah, we didn't have the camera on, but we heard a rock clack. Pretty loud one too. Wasn't a rock rolling down the mountain either. It was a clack, like something walked on a unstable rock. I know what an unstable rock sounds like when you walk on it, because I've walked on millions. That's what it sounded like to me. Jenny and I had an encounter with a bear right in this very spot too. Stinky black bear. He left a big old pile of fresh, steamy poop right here for us. Full of berries. There was like 5 different kinds of berries in it. I'm gonna look over here. That's somewhere over there is where I heard it. Of course, could be any kind of animal. But I definitely think I heard something walking on a rock. Something heavy. Alright, we'll keep looking around. What?
Didn't you hear that big bleh?
I heard something and then saw you react, but I didn't quite catch it.
There's a bear.
Yeah, that may be what we heard walking on the rocks over here. I heard that.
The hell?
I think we may have heard a bear walking around and even a little bit of a vocalization. Not saying it's a Bigfoot. Sounds more like a bear to us, but we haven't spotted it and we haven't saw its tracks. So it's still an unknown. Oh. These were in the middle of spring, and these are from last year. You know, they're still food sources that make it through the winter. Of course, they get really thin, but yeah, that's a food source that a person can eat with vitamin C. And you can eat the seeds or not eat the seeds, but we saw a show where a native Alaskan said that they give you itchy bum if you eat the seeds. So I usually don't eat the seeds, but I have swallowed some, and rose hips, rosebuds, Indian rosebuds, whatever you want to call them. They're pretty good. They taste to me like a cross between a cucumber and a tomato. Smells so good. This is the little gully. It's probably, I don't know, 8-story drop from where I'm at down to the bottom of that gorge. But it's full of the rose hips down there. And we're keeping an eye down there because that's where we heard something moving around and vocalizing, is down in this gully. Just a beautiful day. Smells so good right here. It smells like springtime or mountain dryer sheets. Only better because it's the real thing. I heard a rumor, I don't know if it's true, but if anyone knows of any historical information, the Lewis and Clark writings or anything like that, I heard that they saw giant Indians that wear no moccasins that they talked about on their 2-year expedition. And I haven't seen anything to back that up, but it's a rumor I heard. So if anyone knows if that's true, I would really love a link or a direction. Yeah, but supposedly Lewis and Clark's Dill wrote about it, so I just haven't seen it. Guess I'm not spending enough time on Google, right? Did you see something up there?
No, I'm just walking.
amazing area to look for Bigfoot. If you guys stick around to the end of this video, I'll show you what's on those SD cards on the cameras we've been servicing today. This little spot right here is traditionally we have found several trackways of prints, so I think there's some moles or gophers or whatever that come through here, and it leaves real soft material that accepts a footprint really well. So we get a small sample of what comes through here, and we on several occasions have found trackways of suspect Bigfoot footprints, and we have even cast at least one of them here, maybe two. So we'll mosey around, see if we can find any. I'd like to show you the destruction that happened since the last time we were here. This tree came down right near one of cameras, just causing destruction, and now there's a log almost directly in front of the camera now. So I'll have to check the SD card, see if it caught this destruction or part of it. Sometimes when I service these, if this happened right towards just recently, batteries could be dead or the SD card could be full. But if we capture any of this destruction, yeah, that tree come down this winter sometime. All right, I'm going to service it. We'll show you what's on that camera at the end. Obvious question that viewers will be thinking, you know, did Bigfoot know that this trail camera's here? Did it purposely push this rotted tree in the direction of the camera, or was it just a complete coincidence that it almost hit our game camera? It dropped a log right by it. We'll have to see what's on the camera. Maybe it caught some of this. So hard to get into this structure. It's just in a mess of stuff to get to, and I see the pinwheel glistening in the sun. It doesn't appear from this distance anyway that someone messed with the gift. The last year when we left it here, a bear climbed the tree and pulled it down. We suspect anyway, because we caught a bear over here and it was chewed up on the ground. So this is a structure we've been keeping an eye on for many years. I think it's been about 5 years, maybe going on 6, I believe, since we discovered this structure back here. Yeah, and if it sounds like I'm breathing hard, I am. It's been a rigorous hike and lots of deadfall and climbing. I just figured that bear would come back and chew on this pinwheel again. See a structure. Not saying this is Bigfoot, but this isn't deadfall. These are relocated logs put up into a living host tree. So whether it was a person or something else that did it, we're just in a Bigfoot sighting area and think this is an oddity, so we keep an eye on it. Alright, we're going to service the camera nearby. Keep on watching. We're going to keep on squatching.
There.
Yeah. So weird. I was like, I wanted to film right here and started turning the camera on. And vocalized twice. I'm going to turn this microphone up. You're going to hear a loud click as I turn this up full. Okay, that's as far up as this microphone goes. And of course it's done. I turned the microphone.
Oh.
What's wrong? This canyon is just littered with waterfalls, caves, springs. Just a maze of canyons. And some of these people have saw Bigfoot in this particular canyon. Is one of them. We heard something on our way in. We heard vocalizations and something walking around in these gullies or the bottoms of these narrow canyons. We've heard a lot of vocalizations today.
A lot.
They've sounded mostly like bear. No, I was talking.
It went. What?
How far away?
Right over there.
I didn't hear it.
It was loud.
This is where we were hearing the vocalizations earlier today too. This is also where we heard the rock climb.
It was loud enough to echo.
camera still has juice.